Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Dr. Ganatra, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's happening next. If you are graduating this summer right now, then this is a big time. This is an exciting time in your life right now. And I figured I'd send you this quick message because I remember when I first graduated and I was confused. I was like, man, I was going to dental school in Maryland, in the East Coast, moving out back to California from where I'm from, and I didn't have a job set up. I didn't have a residency set up. I had passed the bars, so that was good. But I wanted to make this for you because I want you to realize that whatever vision you have in your mind, whatever you want to do, it's possible. And sometimes when you're graduating, you hear so much noise and people are out there saying, oh, do this or do a GPR or do that or work here or make sure you do this to pay off your loans. I can tell you this. One of the greatest things that I've learned, which is you have to pick and design your future. You have to say, hey, this is where I want to work. This is where I want to live. Not so much, hey, oh, it's too saturated in this area, or there's too many dentists here, or they don't make enough here. No, get away from that stuff that's surrounding you in school right now, and it's there. If you're in that graduating class, you're going to see and feel just a bunch of heat from people that are talking about what's not possible, what you can't do, or how dentistry's become, or how these corporate chains are taking over. All of that's a bunch of BS right now. What really matters is what you want to do. And I want you to take control back of your heart, your mind. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Where do you want to live? Where do you want to practice? What kind of office do you want to have? Get clear on that. Define that for yourself. Define success for yourself. So when you field your opportunities, you're going to be able to sense, this is for me, this is not for me. And I want to also kind of talk to you about how to field those opportunities. You know, the biggest thing that I did was deciding I wanted to be here, regardless of how many dentists were here, regardless of how saturated it was. This is where I wanted to be. And the second biggest thing I did was realize that, hey, I needed to find mentors. And when you graduate, there are so many people that can be mentors for you. You know, mentors have shaped my future and shaped my growth in dentistry. So when I got out, I used to work at 5 different offices. I hated all of them until I finally came across one office and I saw this guy and he had 8 chairs booked and he was running the floor. I'm like, wow, this guy's incredible. He pulled up with his fancy car and I looked at it through the window. I was like, oh my God, he must know what he's doing if he's driving that. And as a new grad, I was, wooed off my feet thinking, man, this is amazing, like, wow. And it turned out that I learned a ton from this individual. And it turned out that he was a great mentor for me. And he held me accountable. He held me liable. He said, hey, you're seeing all those patients. If I'm late, you need to see all 8 chairs. You need to see all those patients. You need to get them started. If I didn't have someone relying on me and putting that much weight on me when I started, I wouldn't have had the stretch that I did. I wouldn't have had the growth that I did. So I challenge you to find a place that's going to make you grow first. That's number one. Growth over money. Look, I was making less than the hygienist when I started there. Now, fast forward, it turned out pretty good because he sold the place. And the person who bought the place turned into another one of my mentors. And I took a rise as far as compensation, as far as treatment, as far as case acceptance, as far as everything. I learned so much. But prioritize growth over money first. This first year, prioritize the fact that you're defining what you want out of your future. And then number 2, realize that it's not just about clinical dentistry. It's not about knowing all the procedures. It's not about knowing what to do clinically. More so, it's also about knowing and understanding and getting an insight into how to run that business. How does the business run? How does the business of dentistry function? When patients come in, how do they get to your office? How do they find out about your office? How do they get booked? How do you check their insurances? What's an insurance? How does insurance affect dental treatment? How does that affect case acceptance? Do you want to take insurances? Next, number 3, realize that you need to become a good marketer, okay? Now, in dental school, they didn't teach us marketing. And sometimes people think that marketing is a bad or negative word. It's not. Marketing is your ability to reach the world and educate, motivate, and inspire them on what they need, right? Educate, motivate, and inspire them on what they need, sometimes through what they want, right? So you have to go out there and learn, how do I become a good marketer? And today, marketing is literally just training, educating, teaching, and then funneling those people, directing those people to a place where they take action, where they say, hey, I need to come see you, or hey, I need to get this done, or hey, I want to find out more about that implant. You need to become a great marketer. If you're going to have a role in the community today, if you're going to have a role of a healthcare provider, people have so many choices now. Why you? You have to take what you do best, whether it's that thing you do uniquely with your patients, whether it's that service, whether it's that treatment, whether it's your heart, whether it's your ability to communicate with other patients. You need to take that and create content around what you do best. And today, number 4, marketing is about being a content creator. And as a dentist, you are no different than the rest of the business owners, which also have to create content to get known in the world today. You may be thinking, oh, Dr. Ganatra, I don't need to be known in the world. I just want patients to come see me. Well, patients are living off of their phones. They're living off of their screens. And if you're not showing up there with what you know, with how you know it, with your unique ability to treat and care for a patient, then you're not going to be relevant in the marketplace. So what I challenge you to say is, hey, look, even if you're just graduating, you may think, oh my God, I don't know everything clinically. That's fine. You don't need to know everything clinically. You just need to know how to use your heart to reach out to patients and connect with them. And that's what marketing is knowing how to connect with that patient, capturing that connection, creating content around that, and distributing it to your local area through our social platforms. So number 1, what are the 4 things? First, define your vision. What do you want? Where do you want to be? It's possible. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. It's possible. Number 2, realize that you're not just a clinician. You have to learn the business of dentistry. You have to learn how things function in our industry. You're not just a tool where you're going in there and you're just making the sandwiches, doing the dentistry. You have to focus on, how do I work on my practice, on my business? And you may be thinking, wow, Dr. Ganatra, I don't even have my practice, I'm just graduating. So then the question for you is, how do I work on who I am as a clinician? How do I work on what I can provide? So you have to make sure that you're focusing on not just providing that service, but also how to provide it in a great environment, provide it with your great abilities. How do I do that? What works for you best? You have to focus on that. Number 3, you got to realize that, hey, not just do you have to learn the business of dentistry, you have to learn how to market this effectively. Get it out there and reach other people with your message, with your abilities, with your techniques, and with your knowledge about this field so you can help others through your training online. That doesn't mean you have to put out training every day, but videos on what you're doing helps and changes people's lives. You can do that. And number 4, you have to create content around that. So I hope that this helped, and I know this is a little bit unique, it's a little bit different, but I want to give you the hope that what you want is possible. Start your career, start your journey knowing that you have faith in your vision and your ability to get it done, and you will start on the right track based on what you want, how you want it. So I'm here for you as always. I'll enjoy you watching my videos. Leave me a comment. Thank you so much for all your feedback and all the great things I've gotten from the community here online. And as always, live inspired, and I hope to meet you one day, and I really wish you the best. starting off in your career. Okay? Take care. Have a great day. Live inspired.